It's my favorite thing in the store. I had to bring it. All right, guys, so everybody knows I've been a wedding planner for about 13 years. And then I've been with a rental company for about 4, and I was at a resort for about 8. So I have a little bit of experience under my belt. So I kind of want to share my secrets and a little bit of trends that I've learned over the past couple years too, that are coming up this year. So we're going to start with illuminating trees. These that you can actually use for aisle markers, down the aisle you can use, or just for a cocktail hour, something to kind of spruce up that area. Another thing is the new acrylic pedestal stands. Champagne walls are a great gather. Also, it's kind of like when you go by a champagne wall, you're like, ooh, there's a champagne wall here. And it kind of just makes something like a spark in your brain for your guests to kind of start off, enjoy their night. Another thing going on a lot right now is ceiling greenery. It's just decking up the entire ceiling with greenery, decking with flowers. Besides greenery, that's another look too. Creating S aisles with flowers, greenery aisles instead of floral. Another thing is using houseplant decor and just making pretty much completely organic. Brides are really wanting to get into that nice natural look and not having to always have all these pops of colors. So kind of just becoming more white and just natural looking. Kind of more daisies kind of setting. Anyway, so you also can use white sofas, kind of creating that white look. Another thing that we're getting into is we used to have donut walls, and candy bars. Now brides are kind of getting more creative. They're doing ice cream trucks, they're doing bartending trucks, they're doing ice cream stations, and also family culture desserts. So if somebody's from Pennsylvania, they want to do Pennsylvania Dutch cookies, something a little different all kinds of them. Another thing people are getting into is midday wedding ceremonies. So brides get so worn out, by after they're done with ceremony. So a lot of them are wanting to do a midday wedding. Think of Prince Charles and Diana. They have midday wedding. They take a break for a couple hours, and then they're going back into cocktail hour, and then going back into reception, and so on. Another thing is having pizzas, ice cream, to late night espresso martinis. That's something kind of like an after party thing. Definitely is a good kind of outlook for people to be able to stay the whole night instead of them lingering off. Halfway through the night, you're like, ooh, there's some more things to come. Anyway, so another thing is having brunch the next day. It kind of brings everybody together, is having brunch the next day. And, like the last wedding I did, we had literally 80% of the wedding stay for brunch the next day. It's just a nice something to give to your guests. They're coming down here from out of town, they're spending all this money. It's like, why don't we go ahead and treat them in a way? All right. Another thing is welcome parties. So destination weddings are really loving this. Big welcome parties. So whether you're, doing a trivia night at a pub, or you're doing like a high-end, welcome party at, say for instance, in downtown Naples. Blue Martini, they really love that. That is something big going on right now. So I have a lot of lists of stuff for you guys there. Right, so we're running, a lot more non-traditional weddings. So timelines, something I realized with timelines, brides love, the private last dance. To be able to stand in the room, something like from Complete, which actually brides are starting to want to do more. One thing they are not getting as much into is starting to do as much introductions. When it comes to garters, when it comes to sometimes even first dances, they're kind of getting a little bit all over. So you're going to notice more of a custom timeline they're wanting, and something more towards their personality and more of their feel. Whether you have a bride that's 50 getting married for the first time, or you have a bride, that's 18, that's, freshly, right on about to go to college, they all just want different things. So it's really listening to your bride and seeing what they truly want. And I think that's a lot more planners are leaning on these days. That's what I like to do. I treat a bride like it's my own day. So I know if I want something, I'm going to make sure my bride has it too. Mm-hmm. Another thing is tree lighting. A lot of, something I started doing recently is tree lighting. My hubby, they love that tree lighting. Whether it's Grace River Island Resort, they want to have the tree lighting around all the palms. And also just bistro tree lighting. They want something different. They want something to feel more romantic. Something to feel like it's a wedding and not just, that traditional, okay, this is another wedding that's here. It's like, well, let me make this feel a little more special for myself. Another thing is dance floors. They're getting into new curtain lighting over dance floors. That's something to think about for your brides. Also is monograms on the floors. Those are coming back. Another thing is custom dance floors. So there's different LED types of dance floors that you can do, and it's pretty cool, but brides love it. It gives a different look. You can do dance floors over pools. You could do aisles, with mirrors over pools, or if it's over even concrete, it kind of just spruces up that area a little bit more. Another thing is that when you have a DJ, the cool thing now to do is mixing your bands with your DJs. The reason why they like that is they like to have, start off with a DJ, that ceremony feel, start with a band for a little giddy uppity, for a cocktail hour, and then go back into DJ mode and go kind of end with a band at the end of the night. So it's pretty cool. You can switch back and forth between having a DJ and having a band, and it kind of makes the night even more interesting for them too. And just good atmosphere. Some people, it's nice, you guys like to go out, listen to bands. Well, brides are kind of into that a little bit more. They want more of a party atmosphere. And that's something else with brides. Sometimes they want to go ahead and have a ceremony and then just go right into just enjoying a reception and cocktail hour with their families. They want to spend more time with their families these days, I'm starting to notice. Another thing that fits, higher heels, mismatched bride dresses. So whether, you're having, champagne, ivory, red, pink, or black, whatever colors you're into, they're a little different. Or you're going to more of a burnt orange, more of a green, sage green look. They're definitely transforming all colors across the board. I had a bride that had literally the rainbow, like her whole room, but it looked pretty cool though, at the same time. Another thing is their dresses are becoming more transformable. So whether, you have one dress used to have, wanted to change for ceremony, then you go to cocktail and reception instead, they're having one dress and you can transform it the whole entire night. So that's something else. Having caps and also bows. So all your capes that are going down, and then also your bows on the back, that's something big that brides are doing these days too. Vintage gowns are coming back, embroidered veils are coming back. They're kind of staying away from that non-traditional. They really want to kind of make something a little different, more unique. Another thing for wedding colors is they want to go for linens, for instance, is patterned textiles. Illustrations, more floral concepts they're going into. When it comes to, just decor around that room also, besides the flatware, black and white stripes, and also including the gold with black and white, that's a lot bigger thing that's coming about. People want to do themes. So brides, for instance, that are having a Disney theme, every bride wants to be a princess, right, on their day. So they'll go ahead and they'll, do sayings and moments throughout, Disney, different Disney moments you have. And you put things like that around the room, and it's just something they really love and starting to do. Another thing's for gift bags. So, we used to do the old-fashioned gift bags. Now they're doing champagne bottles, thank you letters, nice stays. They're wanting to give their, guests more and more. They used to, just do more sandals, little things like that. They're wanting to actually give their guests and save up money to be able to give them more of an experience. Especially, like I said, they're coming down here to stay, spend a lot of money. They're going to want to go ahead and kind of amp it up a little bit. All right. Now get to the fun stuff. Okay, disposable cameras. So besides having a photographer, disposable cameras are everywhere. I don't know if you guys see this, but I see them the last 10 weddings, and every single one, can I use my disposable camera on the table? So I decided to suggest to put it on another table, of course, as we all know, because we don't, love to look on the table. But it is a great thing for our brides, but I try to really suggest it on the other side. Another thing was love drunk photos. I don't know if you guys see this yet, but it's really a thing. You'll have to look this up here. I was like, what? No way. Love drunk photos. So they're like blurry photos of them walking, and it's just kind of like a cool photo, but they call it, it's a new thing that's coming out. Another thing that you guys are starting to do too is brides, we used to turn to wedding wire. We used to turn to, the NAWP back then and stuff like that. A lot of brides are using TikTok. They're looking for their place settings, looking through everything. They used to look through Pinterest. They're looking, TikTok is the brides these days. They're looking through everything possible. Another thing is, when it comes to even their hair, the whole industry is starting to change, definitely. They want low key. These brides want to be more relaxed. They want to enjoy their day. completely. You know, they don't want to have to be uptight the whole time. So even they're going down to little details like their hair. They're doing beach waves, like mine today. There you go. They're doing high ponytails, sleeve blowouts. I mean, like I said, everything's starting to change. Another thing is the guest books. So, you know, when you do photo booths, something cool like Complete does, for instance, is they go ahead and they print out your photos, you know, and put it in a book. Another idea that brides are starting to do is they're actually recording the engagement photos, you know, just and going ahead and signing on records, things like that. They also, or recording voice messages with old-fashioned telephones. You know, when it comes to well wishes, they're putting on Jenga pieces. They're writing, you know, just written letters on the back of their personalized photo. So that's something different that they're trying to do these days too. And that's all I have for you guys today.
I'm Kim Esworthy. I have a small business called Beach House Blooms. It's events and wedding florals. I work full-time at the moment as a CEO's executive assistant, and I do this on the side, but I've been very blessed to have gotten the business to where I might be retiring sooner rather than later. So I'm super excited. And thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Wonderful. Thank you for coming. Okay, next. Here you go.
Hello everyone, thanks for having me. My name is Mauricio, I also go by DJ Mambo. Obviously I'm a DJ. I provide lighting as well as master ceremony. I'm also bilingual, from Miami originally. I was in the military for a while, kind of let this one go. Got out of the military, got back on it. I'm also a financial advisor. I work for Truist Investment Services. That's how I met our recruiting agent over there, and she did the right thing by inviting me, so I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
And he knows how to work a mic because he almost turned it off. Yeah, here you are.
Hi there, my name is Cecilia Ben-Alcazar. I work for Audubon Corkscrew Swamp Sanctuary. And just out of curiosity, how many of you have been there recently? Just a couple. You guys need to come visit us. So we're about 30 minutes east off of Mockley Road, and it is a gorgeous, very nature-oriented place, and we're just starting to offer venue space. So we have the space, but now I should say we're starting to market it. So we're looking forward to getting contacts. We're going to be at Marianne's show in a couple weeks, and come over if I haven't talked to you, and we can exchange business cards.
Thank you. And here you are. Hello everyone, my name is Gretchen. Thank you for having me. I work for the Health Planning Council of Southwest Florida. We are a nonprofit. We assist consumers with health insurance to the marketplace, Medicaid and Medicare. It's a free service we offer.
Wow.
Amazing. Thank you. Thanks so much for coming.